So sad, man. So sad. Squatters, I'm back with another one. As we continue with political engagement, because these things, if we don't talk about them, I think we might lose each other there and there, along the way. And so we really need to be honest with these issues. As we carry on with this issue of Mozambique political unrest, I think the people of Mozambique, their continuity with violence will actually impact too much on their lives, ordinary people, more than the politicians. You can do whatever, you can protest and try to please whomever you are in favor of. If it's Mondlani's political party that now has won and all of that, and now they don't want Chapo as the president, they don't want Frelimo, they want optimist and all of that. I believe everything happens for a reason, and then for them to continue with violence, it might look somehow like it's going to benefit them. But from a political point of view, the decision has been taken, and the very same political leaders, you find that they are together, they're sitting there in parliament or somewhere at the gala dinner and enjoying some nice food, nice drinks, and they get together, these people. So for them to continue with protesting and with violence and everything, it will never benefit them. In fact, they will end up looking like antagonists, anarchists, people who are pushing for ungovernable environment where they're causing chaos. And the economy, by the way, in Mozambique is suffering. It's currently in a very, very dire situation. It's in a very disadvantaged position. So for them to continue with violence, continue with protest and everything, I believe it's time to move on with their lives, because it will impact a lot on their personal lives, more than political decision that they have taken, that no, they want this leader. And for the same fact, by the way, most of these political leaders, you fight for them with blood and sweat, and you find that when they get into the leadership, they become corrupt. What are they going to do now? They're going to come back and want to unseat him and want to cause another violence again to take him out. Because remember, if somebody becomes in charge, for them to step down. Remember, even in South Africa, we had an issue of Thabo Mbeki not wanting to step down. He had to be forced. We had Jacob Zuma who didn't want to step down. He had to be pushed. Now we are having Ramaphosa. I feel like we are going to have the same situation. There's something tasty there with this power and positions and all of that. And now Frelimo has taken a decision to say we are inviting the other president for inauguration, and we're going ahead with this. Let them just make peace, because it's not going to help them to continue with violence. I mean, their lives are at standstill now. Their lives have stopped. And to stop your life as an average person, some are going to lose their jobs. There's going to be an economical impact on this issue. Why can't they just settle this? Because Frelimo will not surrender power. It's a fact. It will not surrender power. Whether they lost, whether they rigged the votes or whatsoever, they will never surrender power. That's why they went ahead with presidential inauguration. The same as here in South Africa, when MKP claimed that ANC has rigged elections, Ramaphosa went ahead. They announced the results, and there was inauguration, and there's nothing the opposition political party can do. So optimist also, there's nothing Mondlane can do, because already the decision has been made, and this thing is also influenced by external political influence, that no, you must go ahead. They want Frelimo to continue to lead. It's the same as South Africa, They want the ANC, the investors, they want ANC to continue to lead. So for those people, our fellow brothers and sisters in Mozambique, for them to boycott and cause chaos there, I don't think I don't know, maybe squatters will say something different, will put your views, and we can continue engage on this issue, because it is worrisome. You know why I'm worried? Somebody might say, no, you are interfering with political activities of Mozambique and other countries. When our African brothers and sisters are suffering, they will come here. This is what we can expect, that when it becomes tougher, it becomes heavier there, they're going to come here eventually. So we are eventually affected directly or indirectly. This issue affects us as Africans. So I think they have to slow down a bit. They have to go back to their normal routine life activities and fix their life, because the damage is done. The damage is done. You look at Maputo. Maputo now is upside down now. There's protest, there's chaos and everything. So for them to continue to cause more damage. And there are people who are now starting to realize that no. But this thing is not taking us anywhere. We need to change. We need to retreat. We need to surrender now. We need to accept, to make peace with the fact that a political decision has been made, and we need to respect that. There are people who are tired of this protest, but they are too scared. They are too scared to come out and say, no, we want to move on with our lives. Even here in South Africa, if you can check, we wouldn't tolerate a protest of a month, even 2 weeks. It's too much. We would be complaining that our kids want to go to school now, or it's too much now. We want to move on, we want to go to work now. We can't afford to be shot at. Every time when you leave your house, there's violence. There's a possibility that you can, be shot or be caught in a crossfire or something. It's tiring, man. It's tiring, and sometimes, in fact, 80% of times, this kind of protests are a futile exercise. A decision has been made, and there's nothing they can do. They must just accept and move on with their lives. Because the more they protest, they're causing more damage. It's the same. So how much more damage are they willing to cause? Because I saw one guy who's an architect. I said, but you are an architect, and you continue with protest. You should be doing other things. You should be focusing on fixing your life. Get a job and move on with your life. Sometimes as civilians, we really need to be realistic with our own personal decisions, that if we decide to embark on a protest or something, we really need to think about, the pros and the cons and everything. If you holistically look at this issue, then you get to realize that no, but this is not on. We need to stop. They need to stop. They need to think about it. No, but this is not going to take us anywhere. Comrades, let's stop now. Let's retreat. Let's move on with our lives. Then focus on the next move. Because no matter how hard you try to fight it, you will never win. In fact, you're going to either maybe be shot by the soldiers or the police force, and families are going to lose their loved ones. Because remember, in these whole protests, people lose their lives. I don't know, maybe, do we value our lives as Black Africans? Do we really value our lives? When our own brothers and sisters die there, do we still continue with protest? I mean, it's clear that it's out of control. Then it must stop. At some point, it must stop before more harm is caused, more damage is caused. It's so concerning. As South Africans, we switch on our televisions every day, then we see, they still protest. These people are still continuing. Even after inauguration, what is happening there? What is the problem? What is it that they want? Okay, they want this, but they can't. Sometimes you don't really have to be so mean to fight for something that you know that you're not going to achieve. It's unrealistic. Politically, they won't get what they want. A decision has been made, even by the investors, people who influence. Remember, when I always say voters, they don't decide. They just vote there, hoping for a change. But investors, they are the ones who decide. So I think it's a little bit naive for them to still continue with the political unrest, protest, and everything, because at the end of the day, they themselves, average people, are the ones who are going to suffer the consequences. I don't know. That's my take on this. So it's worrisome. It's worrisome, and it's un-African, to continue with such behavior when we know that we're not going to get what we want. Just carry on with your life. Try to fix your life where you are. And I've said it many times, by the way. I'm not siding with Frelimo or whichever the party, optimist or whatever. But I'm just putting it plain and straight. Politicians have got nothing for us. We need to fix our lives ourselves. We need to stand up, unite as black Africans, and fix our lives. Really, they've got nothing for us. That's why I'm saying they can put Mondlane there, optimist party, and he becomes corrupt. What are they going to do? They have to take him out. It's going to be a difficult task also to accomplish. So for them to continue with this protesting, it's going to cost them dearly. I don't know. That's my take, squatters. I will just wait for your opinions, and I really appreciate your support, people who watch my content. Let it grow, and spread around Africa, Jumbo Africa. I love everyone, for that matter, and I appreciate everyone's comment. I'm humbled by the fact that you watch my channel and you keep on watching, you are subscribed. It's for free to subscribe, guys. Please come. Don't be scared. Say, hey, I'm gonna pay. No, come. It's for free. Just subscribe. So when I drop the content, then you click that notification bell, whereby you will be notified to something is new there, so you can watch and sit down and relax. So let's keep engaging. I'm worried about the situation in Mozambique. I will hear from you, squatters. Sure.